test. Do a test. Ready? Have you ever found yourself ordering some clothing online that you needed very soon? And upon looking at the shipping, it usually takes about a week to get there. We can always go with 2-day shipping, 3-day shipping, or even overnight shipping. But that could cost upwards of $20, $30, or even more. My name is Philip Zuniga, and I'm the COO.
My name is Tana Musa, I'm the CEO.
My name is Yvonne Contreras, I'm the CFO.
And my name is Sylvia Macias, I'm the CMO.
And we are Apparel Express. As a team, we have ideated a solution that will solve this problem. But before introducing the solution, we must recap the problem.
Our problem is people don't have enough time nor money to either have the overnight shipping or go pick up the clothing in store. It's not worth the money, or they're not able to pick it up and they're too busy. Our solution is we deliver the clothing at a reasonable cost, much less than our competitors, for faster delivery and a lot cheaper. So this is for anyone who wants cheaper clothing, who wants to get the order to them faster and cheaper. The customer is anyone, male, female, other, from ages 16 to 30. It's for people who have a tight schedule, students employed, or people who just don't have the time nor the money to have the overnight shipping or the 2-3-day shipping.
Okay, so our competitors that we're looking at is UPS, FedEx, and Amazon. Now, UPS and FedEx, they do offer same day, but you have to order it within a certain time. And they do offer 1 day, but that's really expensive, just like the same day. Now, Amazon, they offer free 1-day shipping to the Prime member, but you have to pay monthly, which is like $30 to $40.
So our unique value proposition is that we are local. We stay here around Fresno. We have same-day delivery, not shipping. And we cost way less than our competitors, such as Yvonne says, FedEx, Amazon, and UPS. Also, we are similar to Uber Eats, but instead of delivering food, we deliver clothing.
Speaking upon this cost, our ad/promotion will only cost us around $150 per month to $1,800 per year. The website will cost $25 to $50 to run, and then our drivers, it will range from different prices due to the insurance of the clothing and the product that we will be delivering. Like, it could be lost, damaged, anything, or just because if anything happens.
So in the cities of Fresno, Madera, Tulare, and Kings County, there is roughly over 1.7 million people. 24% of which are ages 19 to 34. Now, these are people that are within our desired target audience. And if we, through our marketing campaign, we plan to reach at least 25,000. And if we were able to convert at least 5% or 1,250, and they use our service at least twice a month, for 1 year, we could make 31,250.
So who here uses social media? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook? Okay, so you know when you're scrolling through and you see the sponsor ads? Well, that's what we're going to be using with our social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Our Instagram is @Apparel Express, and our Twitter is Apparel Express 1. We don't have a Facebook yet. We're going to be starting that up soon. But our target audience is mainly younger people, and everyone uses social media. So once they see what we are doing, they're going to enjoy that and click on our profile.
Our key metrics are our website and our social media, especially since that we use clicks and other things. So, and this is our website. This is our homepage. As you can scroll down, you see we have a small mission vision statement type thing where we say what we do and how much and who we are as kind of a company. If you can take us to the available stores. We don't currently have any right now. We're currently working on that. But once we get our stores in, this is where you click on the icon, which would take you to our available products that we're able to deliver to you in that amount of time, especially since it would be area and how fast you can get to you.
The
Contact. This is where you would contact us about any comments, questions, or concerns that are not listed in the FAQs page, which we would be answering any comments, questions, or concerns that our customers have for us. Our About Us page would have a little bit more information of what we do and who we are, and it would introduce us as a team for who runs the company. And as we said, for the key metrics, it would be our website clicks and social media, which Sylvia will now explain.
So what's pretty cool about social media now is that, say you turn your Instagram into a business page, you can see how many times people clicked on the website that's in your bio, how many times people viewed your profile, or even how much people you reached with your post. And this is an example of how we would sponsor some of our posts through Instagram. It's just explaining about with the target audience, you could click ages, how big of a range, and then the cost, budget, days, and then you just pay in. There you go.
Thank you. Questions, comments, or concerns?
Were we flipping again?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a few things to add. Can we go back to the slide that shows your names again? And your titles? There we go. Okay. All right, so let's see. So those, okay, you have a very technically intense solution that you have here. Who's handling the technology? I don't see a CTO for the type of
Me.
work that you're doing.
I
All
designed the website and I'm currently working on it still, so.
You didn't hear the last part, I can barely hear.
I am also the CTO, I forgot to mention that, and I forgot to put it into the PowerPoint, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, that's okay. So there's a couple of things that I'm going to ask you out here. So your target range, 16 to 30-year-olds. Just thinking about some of these things I'm going to shout out to you are just things to kind of think about. You may not know the answers, and some you may know the ansers to. 16-year-olds are able to order online. Just kind of maybe look at that because I'm not sure. I'm sure they probably do have debit cards and things like that where they can actually purchase orders and have a delivery driver.
Sometimes they have their parents do it, most kids actually have their parents do it. If they see something they like online, they will have their parents order it for you, similar to how adults would just order something online if they see something they like buying supplies for office supplies or stuff in bulk in general.
Got it. And then your fashions, so you broke it down pretty good on your website that where the fashion's coming from, what are the fashion trends and statements, but it looks like you're going to have connections to certain stores. So that answered that question. Your competitors list was a whole bunch of different shippers, but your competitors are actually potentially clothing people too. I'm not sure that it's necessarily true that people don't have the time to go to stores and try on clothes. So maybe just have some stats on that. So some of your slides didn't actually have numbers on it. You were just telling us numbers, but we couldn't see the numbers in your slides. So just kind of think about that as like a thing. Do people at that age range not actually have to take the time to go to stores, such as, and I'm thinking about drivers. So your drivers, if I'm a customer, I'm assuming that on the website I can order from Old Navy, Abercrombie, and Tilly's. So I'm driving all over the city to bring things to you. What is the cost for delivery?
We haven't quite figured out like a set price. It's more price per mile, similar to how Uber Eats or Uber does it.
Okay, we've been discussing some prices, and me and him have came up with a price right now of a base price of $12.50 that we're starting off with, and then 69 cents per mile. That's how we're going to do it.
Okay, perfect. So you two discussed it, make sure your team knows.
Yeah.
You discussed it as a team, so that's good. All right, so at least you're thinking about that. Social media accounts, I see there was no Snapchat. it's kind of interesting. A lot of demographics that I'm seeing is that teenagers between the ages of 18 to 20 aren't really using Twitter, so just kind of think about that. A lot of them are using Snapchat more than anything else. What is your technology that's connected to the stores? So when I click, I know you don't know the answer to this, but thinking about what that technology is that connects a click to be able to order something from a store, so the store has it ready to be picked up, and it's already paid for, that kind of thing. So that's going to be a real big technological gap, but that's something you need to map out and think about. Customer service was one of your things, so once you start doing this, customer service is going to be more than just a form on a website. Someone's going to have to talk to people. I've worked at the Victoria's Secret World Headquarters and the Abercrombie & Fitch World Headquarters back in Ohio, and customer service was one of my roles before I became an entrepreneur, and that was a big, huge part of the business, with a ton of people in one room just answering customer service questions. So think about customer service maybe bigger than that, and it may include people, especially when you're dealing with deliveries and drivers who may steal stuff, and all kinds of things. So think more about what your customer service may be. These are questions you can also take back to your mentor, and then your mentor will guide you through some of this stuff. Turning clicks into visits and sales, and you already answered my question about delivery cost, and everything you are saying is same day?
Mm-hmm.
Same day.
Okay, I think that's all the questions I have.
Okay. So one day delivery within this area. I want to get I'm still a little fuzzy on, so your customer is going to contact a store, an apparel store, and they're going to order what they want. You guys are going to go pick it up and deliver it, correct? So are you gonna have agreements with like Old Navy and all these different stores? Is that
That's what we're working on.
Okay. So if you deliver it, who's doing the actual deliveries?
We have a friend of ours who was originally in our team, but he's moved schools now, so he can graduate early. But he has a car and is willing to do the driving for us.
And then I'm 16, I have my own driver's license, and I could too.
Okay.
And I also have a vehicle, and I'm working on my license to be able to deliver to.
So, because when you say it's one day delivery, and as your business starts to grow, that becomes a huge task.
Eventually that would be expanding. We do background checks on people and learning how
Right.
to do,
Right.
learning how to get them so that we can know where they are without having to, similar to how Uber has their stickers, so you can tell who they are.
So when you deliver this and the size is incorrect, who's going to pick up the cost to have you go pick it up and take it back?
The customer would have to pay a small fee, but they would get their refund back for having it returned with the receipt.
And they get their mileage back? Because they're paying for mileage too. So
Yes. It would just be like a small fee for the mileage, and that's it at that point.
Because your costs are the same whether you take it there or you take it back. So you got to make sure that those costs are covered, not just one direction. They got to be covered in both directions. Otherwise, you're going to lose money. That's all I can think of right now.
So, thank you for all being here. And I like your presentation. I find the idea intriguing. Contrary to my partner down the table, I know a lot of people who just don't like to go shopping and try on clothes, right? So,
In this age range?
yes.
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 I don't.
So I would say, right, particularly, right, just it's a chore for, I would say, for many teenagers that I know, right, to actually have to go try on clothes. That is not their, right? They'd rather be spending time doing other things than that. So, like I said, I find the idea intriguing, just in terms of that. I worry about the scale or scalability, right, and starting numbers of drivers, et cetera, maybe particular companies you could work with locally. But I just find the idea interesting, right? Uber, people didn't think it would work. Uber Eats, people didn't think it would work. So, right, it's amazing what people will pay for convenience and time. Because we know those are things we can't get back, because, right, regardless of your customer base. I don't know. I'm just curious about what it could potentially look like. So I think you're started down. Right?
We're potentially going to look for making an app as well, and making it so that you can order directly from the app or the website.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You guys, was probably the most unique pitch start so far that we've seen. I liked it. As far as scoring your MVP pitch, great score. As far as meeting all of these different components, great. And that's what we're here to see. I'm going to get critical a little bit now. I think your business model needs love. Needs a lot's love. You are risking narrowing yourself into closed delivery. Once you get delivery down, once you get convenience down, people want more than just one thing. They're going to ask your driver and
We
say,
eventually would expand to accessories like headbands or earrings or
Yeah.
other types of jewelry in general, or like purses and stuff like that.
please don't feel like I'm attacking you.
No, I
as
have no
say
problem
things.
with it.
Let's back up for a minute. As a parent, I need my kids to get somewhere. I really want them to get somewhere, and I'm across town. They get a call and go, Dad, when can you come home to get me to take me over to Joey's house because I forgot about his birthday party? I don't want to buy a shirt. I want somebody that's fingerprinted and approved and has a live camera in their car to go get my son and take him over to that party. I'd pay big money to be a member of that. I'd be a member, and I'd be a paying member, and I think that'd go huge and go nationwide. I'm just saying,
Isn't that similar to what Uber does though, and Lyft?
do they take kids?
They take,
Unaccompanied minors?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're doing it now?
I
Yeah.
take Uber.
a lot of the kids at the school take Uber to school and stuff like that. One of Sylvia's friends.
Yeah, she does it every day, and then I
I didn't know they'd do that.
As long as it's like a valid, as long as it's a valid credit card, it's fine.
I have Uber, but
As long as it's a valid credit card, it's fine.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
think so either. My friend one day was like, "Oh, I have an Uber sending to your
the
house."
last group that was just in here said there were 80,000 kids kidnapped last year in Fresno.
Oh,
By
wow.
Uber drivers.
By Uber.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to fact check it. I think there was some sort of a zero in the wrong place or something, or it wasn't actually kidnapping. Anyway, I just want, as you are the CEO, correct? A CEO should always keep elasticity, adaptability, resourcefulness, a readiness to fill the market and adjust to it. I want to see that develop in you, so that as you see what's in front of you that might be a roadblock, that you're ready to roll with the punches and go with it to succeed. It's just a guerrilla marketing tactics. So pitch is great. I think the market feasibility study is really in line to get some really good data back from people to see. And I want to be the first to say I'm wrong. I want to know I'm wrong. You know, I want you to come back and go, guess what, you're wrong. Everybody wants to do it. But I want you to know that answer. And I want you to feel confident about what you're going to do. Because sometimes people only have enough energy and enough courage to do one venture, and they're crushed for the rest of their life if it doesn't work. I don't want to see somebody take 6 weeks, come up with an idea, and not have that one be ready to soar. You know? That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I got just one last thing. You're really a delivery service, and you may want to even add an additional company that does the very same thing, because when you go to Old Navy and you're not driving to this person's house, you passed restaurants, all other kinds of things that people are now ordering from fast food places and having it delivered. You're in the delivery business. Now, you might want to, that's where you need to probably look at it, not just a small sector of, clothing. Because you're in the vehicle, and you're already paying somebody to go do that. So if it's called even something else, it's still that app that, when you get called, all you care about is what is it they want and where do I go? So don't narrow it in too much just on your apparel stuff.
It's just a start of.
Right.
It's just a start.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We plan on growing our business to be able to accessories, purses, all sorts of different stuff, like in the fashion industry for now, before expanding even further.
Yeah, just think about your business model as you're looking at Uber Eats and all those as a business model that you're trying to mimic. Those are usually people who are getting food from one place. There may be a cost per mile, but if they're going to different places to get different fashions, that cost per mile can add up. So your business model, I just can't wait to get to a point where you're surveying people. Do some surveys. Ask teens and up. Survey them to ask them what they think about the idea and get real feedback from real people. I mean, let them know the cost per mile, and maybe your average clothing delivery will cost this. What does this number seem like to you? Let's just say if you were to order a top, bottom, I don't know what else. People would order more consistently. Socks, I don't know. So 3 things. What would that average cost of 3 items cost you? Just kind of think about that, because your model's different, because the miles are going to add up way more in your business model than a food model. So just think about it.
If I may,
Yeah, go for it. With confidence, though.
all right. So I should have mentioned it, but early in the pitch, there was a part where I should have said, or maybe added that we did go to Fresno City and we did go to the malls to take
Okay.
like little surveys.
Okay, good.
And we did
That's
ask
awesome.
people.
Actually, at the beginning of the year, most of my team, except for I, since I was absent at the time, most of my team went to go into the mall and interview some of the stores, such as Hollister and Tilly's and Hollister. And Hollister actually got us a talk with the manager who gave us a phone number to their corporate. So
That's
we're
fantastic.
actually going to try and follow up with that and eventually get a deal with them.
Excellent.
And to add on to what she was saying, also with students, college students at Fresno City, they seem very open to the idea, and they seem very intrigued.
Yeah, it's a lot of things. Sometimes I'll get my cologne from Abercrombie and another cologne fragrance from Express, and they even get more than clothes. They sell other things at some of these apparel places, so that'd be a good thing too. Yeah, that's a good one. So good stuff.
Good job.
Thank you.
So compared to the other teams, you guys.